Earlier we discussed the preparation of the mindset for attaining rebirth. According to Master Shandao, and Master Yin, Nianye Ui, when a person aims to be reborn, their mindset must be faith-filled, vow-filled, and in accord with the primal vow. Amitabha's primal vow is a vast merit that is very distant for us. Of course, we cannot fully attain Amitabha's original vow, but at least we must be in accord with it. In other words, Pure Land Buddhism does not require us to equal Amitabha's merit completely, but at least our mindset should be in the same direction as Amitabha's merit. Now I am about to go to Kaohsiung. I haven't arrived yet, but at least on the highway, I am heading south. You cannot say that the Pure Land is in Kaohsiung, and if you go north, that would not be in accord with the primal vow. Rebirth is not achieved by reciting the Buddha's name alone. Those who are reborn also must turn their minds around. I think that a person in Pure Land Buddhism will not be reborn unless they have studied and educated themselves in Buddhist teachings. Do you believe that today you would come to speak about the Buddha field with a reasonable argument? If you come merely from greed to say the Buddha, to want to rule the Buddha, then you came to recite the Buddha's name. It is obviously impossible to be reborn. Rebirth requires training and adjustment to be possible. Reciting the Buddha's name is only an aid, but your mindset has not been adjusted. The mindset is in accord with speaking the Buddha. Thus, the first task for those who recite the Buddha's name is to adjust the mindset, and this must be done through Shandao's methods, or you can also use Yin's methods. In short, you must shift your thinking from the mode of following the world of speaking the Buddha to the mode of following the world of the great bliss, the Pure Land. This is the direction. Why do you need to change your thinking when you chant the Buddha's name? Because when you chant, two forces pull at you. One is the karma of life and death, which pulls you back. The other is the vow to be reborn. The only condition under which a person can successfully be reborn is that their vow surpasses their karma. Otherwise, if you chant and chant and chant, rebirth runs away, and you become a worldly blessing. Why? Because your karma is stronger than your vow. Even if you desperately want to be reborn, you have not properly dealt with your karma. There is only one way to deal with karma. Let it settle. There is no other method, which is to carry the karma with you. In other words, your mind towards the Saha world, the world of sensory existence, must be abandoned. That is, even if you have created many good deeds, you are not preparing to go to the Saha world. You should bring all your karma and all your accumulations back to the Pure Land. You need a mindset of bringing life to a close, severing the continuities, so that karma can settle. Therefore, many people only care about seeking rebirth. As Master Hungshan, said, the Buddha hears only the recitation. The mind only listens to the long. In other words, when you enter the Buddha hall and see Amitabha, you immediately focus, wholeheartedly entrust yourself to the world of Amitabha. Upon leaving the hall, you return to daily tasks and continue with everyday life. If this is the case, two forces operate in your life. When in the hall, your vow is strengthened. When outside the hall, your karma of life and death grows. The result is obvious. The time spent in the hall is brief, while the outside time is long. The consequences are predictable. At the moment of death, both the recitation in the hall and the life and death karma will surface. If the rebirth vow does not surpass the karma, rebirth fails. There must be another chance. Therefore, in Pure Land Buddhism, you must do two things, not just one. Many people, at the moment of rebirth, only think about planning their next life and seeking rebirth in the Pure Land, but they ignore how to handle the past. If you do not address the past, the path to rebirth will not truly open, because the past will not let you go, and neither side will let go of the other. So today we must understand that those who are reborn must do two things. One is to be willing to say Buddha, and the other is to heartily seek the Pure Land. You must handle both sides. And the importance of willingness to say Buddha is greater than the heartfelt seeking of the Pure Land. Because after you have studied for a long time, though there are stimuli, you can also have beautiful memories. If you do not prepare your mind properly, you will cling to the thought, and karma will have an opportunity to take advantage. So we spent most of our time previously discussing the mindset. If the mindset is ready, then you can begin to not fear life and death, to dwell in true suchness, to relinquish control, to entrust yourself single-mindedly, and only then are you eligible to discuss reciting the Buddha's name. Reciting the Buddha's name is the latter part. Each of your Buddha names, every single thought, must correspond to your mind.